Hello, Eugenie. How are you?
I'm good, Allison. Thanks so much for asking how I am. How are you doing?
You're welcome. I'm doing fine. You got to ask that these days, don't you?
Right. Like, you okay? You have a temperature? Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't cough. Okay. Anyway, let's get started talking about Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Why did you want to be a part of this film?
They asked. Yeah. I'm not kidding, but I did get the audition, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. I don't think they had the name of the project on the audition, and I thought, it was The Witch / The Occultist, and I thought, well, I'm from New Orleans, all right, let's see. It was interesting. So anyway, I sent the audition in, got a call back, sent that in, and then I was offered the role, and I thought, oh, this is for The Conjuring. This is so exciting. And I really found the character an interesting character, a really pivotal character. I mean, she creates all the ruckus and the
She's the troublemaker. Do you like playing that kind of role?
Kinda. No. I like playing interesting roles, and this definitely is an interesting role. So I love the nuances of her. I loved that she was sprinkled throughout the entire project, and they're trying to figure out what is going on. And I loved the parallel between she and Lorraine, and how opposite they are, but how very similar they are. There's a lot of richness going on there, rich developmental, when you're looking at the character, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Being from New Orleans, do you believe in the occult and witchcraft and all of those great things?
Well, here's the deal. I just want to say, okay, there you are. Do your thing. I'll stay over here and I'll do my thing. I'll be a Christian and I'll feel protected over here. And, whatever somebody wants to believe, they can just have at it. So I acknowledge the presence of, how's that? That's okay. That. Now, I will say, there's a tradition in New Orleans. If you want to get cast away evil spirits, and we all did this in New Orleans. I don't know if they still do it anymore, but you put out the matches and the salt, you get rid of the gree hex, you light a match. And I did a lot of match lighting in this film. I know how to light a candle now. So you light a match and you go outside in front of your front door and you cross the two matches and you put a mound of salt on the cross and you send away the evil spirits.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know
that. This tradition.
Someone in New Orleans, In
New Orleans, yeah. Yeah, pass them away.
What did you do to prepare to play this sinister, evil type of character who, in a sense, kind of feels like she's doing what she needs to do?
Absolutely. Very good observation. She does. And that's why I like this character so much. She's real. She's not doing evil for evil's sake. I mean, people may look at it that way, but I cannot look at a character. I'm not very good at looking at a character and going, oh, that's just evil. Let's just do it. I can't. That the character has to have a backstory and it has to be rich and real and tangible. And she's got that. And she is a daughter. And we meet her father. And she was loved. So that's compelling why she turns and what she's trying to get accomplished and why. And some of the why we don't really go into, but we can create our own. As an actor, that's your job, is you dig and you root and you justify behavior, and you have to figure out, well, what can I attach myself to? So that's one of the things. I love this character. I would just play her and play her again and again and again. Loved the character.
So when they do Conjuring 27, recurring role, the occultist.
Exactly. I'm 100, you know.
There you go.
Well, I want to be in my environment where I'm filming so I can, you know, really get a sense of it and really own it. And seeing an altar like her altar, I go, oh yeah, I've seen this before. You know, oh yeah, I've seen books on this. Oh yeah, of course, you know, I've seen a chalice and and crosses everywhere. It's very, it's not new. It was familiar.
Was there any concern for you coming into this franchise?
In what way?
Well, just that there is an established audience. There's expectations that the Conjuring movies are going to have a certain feel to them, and who you were, a new character coming into this. Were you concerned at all, or did you feel like you were embraced through the whole thing?
I did feel embraced during the whole thing. We had a fantastic director, Michael Chaves, who he is very specific with his baddies, and I played a baddie, so he was my rudder and really guided me through. And you know, as an actor, sometimes people are able to see what they just did, right? But if he would give me guidance, then I'd know, oh, this is what he's looking for. And then I could bring what I did in my backstory to life, the way that he's seeing it, the way he wants it. His energy was just bounding, meaning he'd come on set, it was like Tigger. He'd bounce on set and go, we're making a Conjuring movie. And it was so exciting. It was infectious. He'd look at the monitor and he would eat these little mandarin oranges, right? And he'd watch the monitor as filming would happen, just watch, eating the mandarin oranges. And then before long, he'd have another one in his hand and he would be eating it, and, you know, and then look, go on set, give direction, run back. So that's the kind of stuff, working with a man like him, I'd do anything. You know, oh, you want me to contort? Okay. So yeah, I was very embraced. They're a family, and they welcome you into family. If you've been cast, you are welcome into that nest. And what a beautiful, incredible, talented nest it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Working with Vera, how much interaction did the two of you have, and how much conversation did you have about your characters, if any?
I felt like I was not only working on set, but also watching a master class in acting, because she would come to set fully loaded. And some actors do that, some actors don't. I'm an acting coach, so, you know, I'm coaching my actors. I'm constantly observing people's behavior. And she was on it 100% of the time. And you knew it and you sensed it. And you knew when she was open and available, and you knew when not to, you know, talk with her, you know, approach her or anything. She's very reined in. So, but on set, she's a very generous scene partner, very generous. There was one moment where we were, it was like facing each other, and we had this intense scene and blah, 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 and I'm doing my thing, she's doing her thing, and all of a sudden Shaw says, cut. And I went, oh my gosh, thank goodness. And I start blanking, and something was in my eye, and I didn't want to, you know, ruin the scene take. And I'm blanking and blinking. We start cracking up and laughing. It was a wonderful experience. She's really fun to be around. So, yeah, both of them, she and Patrick. I mean, she's America's sweetheart and ready for anything. Another scene we did, I worked with a stunt coordinator, and she comes in to do the scene. And she goes, no, I'm ready. I'm thinking, I just spent days working with a stunt coordinator. And wow, she's ready like this. Just so good, so professional, so cool. Yeah.
Well, the third go around for her, you think she'd have at this point.
She's got it down. Yeah. Chaves was very funny. He said, how do you feel about holding a knife, you know, in an inch away from an A-list actor's eyeball? Well, at least I'm not on the receiving end. I mean, I don't know, you know. I'm glad she trusts me, and I'll brush my teeth. Yeah. It's going good.
What would you want people to take away from this particular Conjuring movie? Is there one message or idea that you think stands out?
There are many messages. One is family love. And I know this has been repeated and repeated and repeated. We see it in Vera and, I mean, we see it in Ed and Lorraine. We see it in our young lovers. We also see it with my character, the occultist, and her father. Even though we see what happens, there's still that love for them both, that they both have for each other. I think the theme of, no, I think it's love. The whole thing is about, even though there's a lot of evil, it just, people are there to support one another, support through the journey. That's my takeaway. That's my big takeaway from that. For me, my personal takeaway.
Well, fantastic. I have to say that I love Lorraine, but I love the occultist. She's such an interesting character to me. So I hope she comes back. And now we can celebrate it, the movie coming out on Blu-ray and 4K, and everybody should go and get it and add it to their collection for the occultist.
Absolutely. And there are all these extra little things, you have the reason of demonic possession and the occult thing on the occultist, and what is the other thing? Exorcism. I think it's called Exorcism of Fear. And then the thing about the comic, the Warner Brothers comic, DC Horror presents the Lover series. That's fun. All those extras are really fun.
Yeah, they really are. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time today, and hopefully we'll get to speak again soon. And again, what a great movie, and your character is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. I love you saying that. And thank you so much for supporting the film. I truly appreciate it.